Hi there, thank you so much for watching Soul Deep with Sheila. We're still on the topic sexual addictions with Godfrey Kutesa. The reason as well.
Yes, like I was saying, the reason as why I'm giving you all these different types and levels under each type for someone to understand. First of all, the level of the topic of sex addiction has not been discussed.
That's right.
And whoever comes up to discuss it, discusses it on the surface.
Yeah.
I want to upload your session, your tube what? YouTube, yes.
Thank you.
For Soul Deep, you so called Soul Deep, yes. Because there has to be a reason as why people watch the show. There are many shows, what with this, with what, with who, there are many, but content matters. Now, for me, I wanted to take this time to share this with you guys. The topic of sex addiction, we have got very many sex addicts who even do not know themselves. Now, someone cannot get help if they have not known that they're addicts.
Yes.
For me, I was an addict of porn. I was an addict of masturbation. In others, I was a sex addict. But if I did not accept that this is a problem, let me go back. Let me first go away from myself and give you an example. Before we broke, I was telling you about the different types of... I told you that there is no addiction which is harmless.
Right.
And then we said, like, well, a person who is masturbating will say, as long as I'm not touching any woman...
I'm not harming anyone.
Yeah, just me. But tomorrow you're going to get married. And you will need the natural ability to get aroused by looking at your wife and say, wow, babe, tonight it's gonna happen. But now a sex addict, a person who has gone through sex addiction, has already lost the chemical which is in charge of that. That's why there are many companies that are making money out of addicts. If you ask someone about Viagra, they know the function, but people no longer need Viagra. Viagra is just 3 hours. Take Viagra, have sex, because you want an enhancer, sex enhancer. Now, from Viagra, it will stop working, and then you will need, but then you will need something which works even further.
Okay.
And then after that one, you will need something which works even further.
So you keep moving as well as levels.
Yes, but now you see the things that we see in movies and blue movies and pornography, these people acting and not doing it naturally. You understand? They take cuts the way you are cutting. Cut, do, cut, do, cut, do. And in the process of doing that, they swallow. They swallow tabs to keep until someone shoots what we call the money shot. That movie is not done. That clip is not done. So a clip, a porn clip of, let's say, 7 minutes can be shot for 6 hours. But for you, you think it is. This guy is strong. He's not strong. That's why there is no porn actor or actress has a relationship. Comes back to addicts here. There is no addict who can have a relationship. Now you ask me a question. Yes, you cannot have, not even a healthy. Let's just come to a relationship. There is no relationship. You cannot have a relationship. You cannot sustain a relationship. An addict. That's why try to look into your life and see how many girls have you slept with? How many women have you slept with since the month began? You know, you can have like 4 sex partners and none of them is satisfying you. Now that is compulsive sex addiction. You are not satisfied with one person. In fact, you can sleep with 2 of them on the same day, but different times. There are people who have fallen short of, who have fallen victim of, they've got married to addicts, sex addicts.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
A person who is a sex addict does not mean that he wants sex too much with you. No. He might not want sex too much with you, but wants sex with different people. And he's never satisfied. Never satisfied. So, and secondly, sex addiction has a very high price. Before even you talk about AIDS and what, it has a very high price. It's costly. Say, sex addict does not get rich. Because every money has to be spent. The moment you get, you have to spend it. Spend a lot in hotels, you spend a lot. In 2014, there was a list that was released. Hackers entered into a certain kind of sex house. And you know, people pay by what? They pay by credit card. Yes, in centerfolds. And then the hackers said, we're going to release this list of people who have so far paid for sex in this sex house. And people pleaded.
For their names
yes, because you know, you're supposed to provide, you know, a sex addict, you will pay to buy food for home.
But
until you pay for that hotel, just to have a shag with that chick.
Wow.
You don't develop. You find yourself in a scenario where you cannot control. A sex addict, after having sex, will regret. Oh my God. When will I stop this? They will speak all regretting words.
So after the act, they always regret.
They cry even.
But then they go back.
In fact, some sex addicts even think of what we call suicide. I think I've used this. Now a person who defiled, they think about whatever has happened and say, it's best I die.
Wow. This is so much.
Yes.
And you mentioned one of the ways really is to start with identifying. First of all, accepting.
Accept. For me, my job is not to identify you.
But yourself.
You look into your behavior and say,
I am an addict.
I think I am an addict. I don't get satisfied. If you don't, you know, when I have sex with my wife, yes, I don't regret it. I don't go in crying in the shower. No, I love it. I enjoy it. But you know, a person who has sex and you cry, that means even this bit of sex, there was no enjoyment. Something else was over you.
Okay. So how can they be helped? Aside from them recognizing that they have a problem, how else can, for somebody who is addicted?
Seek help.
Seek help.
Yes, seek help. People are not unfortunate the way I was. In my days, I didn't have help. I didn't have help. Mine was a God doing. Mine was a God doing. And when I got help, I fed myself with the right information. I got partners in the US. We started. I went through a real training. And you were intentional. You wanted to be well. I knew. Yes, I wanted this. I wanted to come out of it. So I was intentional. I got material. That's why you're asking me, where do you get all this information? I trained. I trained in this. I'm a certified recovery coach in sex addiction. And that is how you kind of got your deliverance. Yes, that's how I got my deliverance. So but of course, it's a doing of God as well. I don't attribute the help with me. And that's where I get the energy to be able to help boys, you know, and men. So where can people get this kind of help? I don't know. There's a lot of help. I don't want to seem like I'm pushing myself. No. If someone thinks that I can help them, they can come. But you're one of the ways that... Yes, one of the ways is seek help. Yes. And even there are people who go to pastors or religious leaders. Sometimes those people are also addicted. Or they're also struggling. In silence. Yes. You know, a person who has not gone through it cannot help you. This is the kind of addiction which is better handled by someone who has gone through it. Because me coming to you and you tell me, oh, I know what you're going through, yet I've never gone through that. It's different. But does it also help to share
with, you know, like accountability, getting accountability partners?
That is part of the help now.
Part of the help.
Yes, that is
so
part
you're
of the help.
seeking help.
Yes, when you come for help, we try to break what we call the addiction cycle.
Okay.
Every addiction has got what a cycle. There is not some place, there is that place where you find yourself doing the same thing. You know, a person who buys prostitutes, there is that particular road he has to pass.
To it.
Yes, there is that aiding behavior that we start breaking. That what we call the addiction cycle. Once the addiction cycle is not broken, you'll never come out of that addiction. No, you'll never. Now, what I'm doing is that I've created. Nowadays, I have adults coming for help, and I have a recovery program. We take a week away from me, and then we go to the island. That's why the times you were calling me, where are you going to come? I was at the island.
Oh, okay.
And when I'm at the island, we have a place. It's the men's retreat center. So we go to the island together, spend time there.
This is for the men now.
Yes, this is for the men. Yes,
Okay.
we go spend time there talking, and then you accept to be vulnerable. Part of healing is to accept to be what?
Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. If you want to heal, accept to be vulnerable. If you don't accept to be vulnerable and you keep putting on a mask that everything is okay, things will turn out. That's how you see artists and what. I've created a program for artists, male artists that need help, and I'm doing it with the president of Uganda Music Association.
Wow.
To take them through, recovery and what. You can easily lose yourself. So for those of people who are watching and you've been watching the Soul Deep and you've figured that you are an addict and you need help, get help. Get help. Make your research and see who can help you. I don't want to tie you to me. No, there are many other people who can help you. Yeah, if they find that I can help them. But of course, for me, I will charge. But there are people who cannot charge. Maybe pastor or a religious leader. Talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to them and see how they can help you. Be vulnerable. Say, I am struggling with masturbation. Or I am struggling, I cannot maintain one particular sex partner. I need help. See, and then they start. They have to take you from step 1 up to stage 7. By the time you reach stage 7.
So by sex partner, you mean your wife?
Yes, your wife. Yes, your wife or your girlfriend. Let's go that. Your girlfriend. People who have got more than one, and you are not satisfied with the 6 you have. There's a problem.
Okay.
There's a very big problem.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Godfrey, for sharing with us your story and for sharing so much knowledge about addiction.
Yes.
I have learned so much, and I hope that you have learned something from this.
Yes.
And if you are struggling with addiction or anything in that regard, know that there is help for you. You do not have to suffer in silence. And Godfrey is one of the people that you can reach. You can reach him on Facebook, Twitter as Godfrey Kutesa. Thank you so much for watching. See you.